Good afternoon and welcome to this webinar on the impact of IMI on patient involvement in research and innovation. My name is Elli Karagianni. I lead IMI's work on patient involvement. This webinar is part of a series on IMI's impact in various fields. We held events on diabetes, health data and dementia in June, and the recordings are now online on our website. We will also be recording today's event and we will publish the recording on our website along with the presentations. At the end of the webinar, we'll have time for a discussion, and you can send in your questions at any time via the chat function. In a moment, I will briefly present IMI's impact on patient engagement so far, but first I would like to present our speakers. So I would like to ask the speakers to just wave so we can know who you are. First is Jan Geisler. Jan is a cancer patient with 20 years experience as a patient advocate. He is the former director of IMI Project UPATI and CEO of Padvocates and a work package leader in the IMI Project Harmony. Jane Taylor is a patient and carer who has been involved in patient advocacy for 15 years. She chairs the Patient Insight Group at Versus Arthritis and is the chair of the Patient Council in IMI's Approach Project. Chris Roberts. Chris chairs the European Working Group of People with Dementia and is a core member of the Patient Advisory Board of IMI's Radar AD project. Joining him today is his wife and supporter, Jane Goodrick, who is also a member of the Radar AD Patient Advisory Board. Jane is also a member of the Carers Advisory Council of the charity Dementia Carers Count. We have Gary Hooker. Gary is a patient advocate who champions exercise for cancer patients and screening for men. He is involved in a number of projects, including IMI's Pioneer Project, the Diverse Health Hub, and the Patient Empowerment Network. We have Ellen Vriesen-Hermans, who is a patient and a carer. She is a member of the Dutch Kidney Patient Federation's Patient Advisory Board and is involved in IMI C4C project, as well as many other initiatives. We have Magda Klebus, who is the Executive Director for Science Policy and Regulatory Affairs at EFPIA, the European Federation of Pharmaceutical Industries and Associations. So before us meeting our speakers, we would like to share with you a very brief overview of patient involvement at IMI and also some useful information on resources from projects that have been game changers in the field. So, over the years, the Programme Office has taken active steps to engage with patients and promote patient involvement in its projects and activities. Driven by the vision of better outcomes for patients, IMI's commitment to meaningful patient involvement has played an important role in shaping the landscape of patient-centered research and innovation. The involvement of patients in our projects and activities has taken a number of paths. Leading patient organizations like trusts, charities like Autism Speaks, Autistica, JDRF, the International Diabetes Foundation, Children's Tumor Foundation, Parkinson UK, have been active IMI associated partners and have since 2014 contributed 200 million to IMI projects on various disease areas like diabetes, autism, neurodegenerative diseases and cancer. Over 30 patient organizations, including the European Patients Forum, Alzheimer Europe, Eurordis, and the European Cancer Patient Coalition, and many others, have chosen to become full project partners and provide their valuable input on many aspects of the project. The expertise they bring to IMI projects places them on equal footing to other partners. Promoting the model of the patient expert, IMI put in place in 2019 the IMI pool of patient experts with more than 150 patients and carers from 26 countries. Experts from the pool have been invited to participate in a variety of IMI activities, such as project workshops, surveys, project closeout meetings, and have to date participated in 17 expert panels that carried out project reviews and project proposal evaluations, working on equal terms alongside experts from other sectors. A patient representative sits as a full member on the IMI Scientific Committee. Patients and patient representatives also participate regularly as speakers and panelists at IMI events and have also co-directed the organization of entire sessions at the IMI Stakeholder Forum. Patients can also sit as members of project advisory boards or ethics advisory boards. This way, they can bring the patient perspective to the project and provide valuable input in terms of ethical and meaningful patient involvement. Next slide, please. IMI projects have been game changers in the field of patient involvement in research and innovation. UPATI, a catalyzer in patient empowerment, has increased the capacity of patients to act as effective advocates and advisors to key stakeholders involved in medicine's research and development. By conducting its established patient expert training course, it has trained more than 200 patient experts to date, and by providing an open access multilingual toolbox, has served more than 4 million users in 13 languages around the world. UPATI fellows are engaged in many roles and act as effective advocates and advisors to key stakeholders involved in medicine's research and development. By addressing the gaps identified in the field, Paradigm provided a unique framework that enables structured, effective, meaningful, ethical, and innovative patient engagement in medicine research and development, and demonstrates the return on the engagement for all players, making patient engagement easier for all. The PREFER project has developed a framework for industry, regulators, and health technology assessment bodies for how to use patient preferences as input in medical product decision-making. The framework, which offers a set of principles, guidelines, and tools for patient input to decision-making, is currently under evaluation by EMA and health technology bodies. And we expect shortly that they will very soon, a draft qualification opinion on the acceptability of this framework that will then go for public consultation. Of course, the list is not exhaustive. There are many, many other IMI projects with strong patient involvement that have generated very useful resources on successful patient involvement. You can find more information on these projects on our website.